What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Adam the Great T. And what is this? A consistent upload? No, it can't be. Yes, it is. This isn't exactly a Yankee cap, but it'll do. Anyways, if you didn't see the first video, I did a recap and review about the first Percy Jackson book, Lightning Thief, and now we're doing part 2. Also, I forgot to say it in my first video, but spoiler alert, obviously. And I'd like to start this video off by saying, if you didn't pick up the first book, you could easily pick up the second one and not even know there was a first one. He spends most of the beginning of the book recapping the whole first book. I think it's because maybe he was a little self-conscious, and maybe he was weary about his success of the first one. And it doesn't appear till later where he starts getting to the actual plot rather than catching you up. Anyways, let's get into it. Chapter 1. My best friend shops for a wedding dress. Bold move starting off the second book with a nightmare, where he sees the initial capturing of Grover, but he doesn't really know yet. He's not sure. Then he gets thrown back. Thought I saw a shadow. He gets thrown back into his mortal life and has to go to his last day of school, where he has to go meet his friend Tyson. He's very big and not too bright. I play dodgeball with cannibals. He held it down for a good amount of time. Then Tyson came in and backed him up. Annabeth finished him off, and that's the shadow I was seeing. If you read the book, you would get it. We hail the taxi of eternal torment. Annabeth makes it clear they got to get to camp right away. So then 3 ladies, 6 eye sockets, 1 eyeball, get them there pretty quickly. And they arrive to their sanctuary on fire. Naturally, Tyson decides to play with it. Chapter 4, Tyson plays with fire. Somebody let in these mechanical balls. Percy tweaks his ankle. Tyson says no problem. Then this guy, Tantalus, can't eat s'mores. He's pissed. And then he starts arguing with Percy. And Tyson is Percy's half-brother. Chapter 5, he gets a new cabin mate. Annabeth has been a little discriminative. She doesn't like Cyclopses. We'll find out later. And then they figure out there's this chariot race, and then they keep getting into fights because of Tyson. And Percy says, fine, I'll build the chariot on my own with Tyson. Annabeth says, fine. He says, fine. At the race, it doesn't go so well, then demon pigeons attack, naturally. Percy and Annabeth pressure Tantalus to make a quest, but then Clarice leads it. So Hermes says, God of Thieves wants him to hijack this heist. He gives him some multivitamins and a can of wind and says, go. Chapter 8, they board the Princess Andromeda. Yo, this place, nice. What's up with you? Hey, F you. F you! That's how things went with him and Luke. That also sums up Chapter 9, I have the worst family reunion ever. This is where Hermes' can of wind comes in. They're on a lifeboat, vroom vroom away on air. Tyson gets the monster donuts. They get attacked by a Hydra. And they hitch a ride with a Confederate flag. Which is a gift from Ares, it's a ship, not a flag. Now they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Which is funny because that myth is actually where that phrase came from. Long story short, they mess up the engine. Tyson tried to fix it. Everything got blown up. Which is Chapter 11. Clarice blows everything up. Annabeth and Percy survive and they check into CC Spawn Resort. Percy turned into a guinea pig. Annabeth fed him some multivitamins. It was all good. He finds out he's the best pirate alive. Just like the original myth, Annabeth can't resist hearing what the sirens have to say, just like Odysseus. Percy got to do some extra maneuvers to keep her from dying. It appears what she wanted most was her family, her home. And Percy says, what you doing in the water? And then they meet the Sheep of Doom. Percy finally finds out where Grover is, but it ain't over yet. Also like Odysseus, Annabeth tricks Polyphemus with this thing right here. She turns invisible, as one does, says, oh, nobody doesn't like you. My name's Nobody. Who stole my fleece? Nobody. Who likes me? Nobody. Who's about to beat you up? Nobody. Just kidding, it was Percy. Percy beat him up. But he don't give up. This guy, without seeing, took down their ship. It's okay, because Rainbow saved the day. And they swam all the way to Miami. 305, Mr. Worldwide. But guess who's waiting for them? You guessed it. Luke. They capture them momentarily. Percy has the most depressing sword fight ever. He gets his butt whooped, but he exposes him in front of the whole camp. But then, the party pony saved the day. These guys right here took him down single-handedly, made the best escape ever. Chiron has a good old Dumbledore. Oh, stuff's gonna get real bad in the next book, Titan's Curse. Subscribe for that one. But then they get to enjoy life for just a little bit longer. Annabeth and Percy, they're good with each other now. They make the most epic chariot, thanks to Tyson as well. Percy accepts him as his brother. Tyson completely oblivious to the whole thing. But then, Chapter 20, the fleece works its magic too well. Talia's alive? Daughter of Zeus? The next book about to be lit! And by lit, I mean insane. All in all, in conclusion, finally, Percy, great sequel, makes you realize everything's about to go down in the next book. But it is a step down from saving the world in the first one, so 8 out of 10, would recommend. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe. It's lit, hashtag we out. Peace. You still here? Watch some of my other videos, go ahead. I'll wait. You're taking too long.